Okay, it's day 11. Today we're just going to carry on with the habits and we're actually going to start building you some habits, teaching you how to do that, okay? So, again, we're going to look at the kind of three levels of this. I'm 90 to 100% confident I will, whatever the action is, when a trigger or situation that will remind you to ask here for the next 7 days. So, the sort of gold standard on this one be I'm 90 to 100% confident that I will, whatever the action is, when the trigger kicks in order to whatever it is you're wanting to improve. So let me just give you an example of that. I'm 90 to 100% confident that I will eat one portion of veg, which is the action, at lunch, which is the trigger, in order to improve the quality of my diet. So I want you to do this. I want you to start building these ideas. So you have to be 90 to 100% sure you can stick to the habit. If you're too optimistic, you may fail to implement it frequently enough to enforce the habit loop. Make it so easy it feels impossible to fail. Leo Babuta, he looked into this that if you, it sounds stupid, but making it something so simple, you can build upon it once you've got that really simple thing as a habit. You can make it more and more complex as you get better at it. So, frequency 1 to 3 meals, intensity 5 press ups, not 30. Units, one mouthful of veggies, not a serving. So that's how you could kind of adjust that last goal. So if we go back to this one about the eating one portion of veg at lunch in order to improve the quality of diet, the ways you can change that is how many meals a day you chose to do that for. If it was like exercise, setting something achievable, so like 5 press ups, not 30, or instead of making like a full serving of veg, just a mouthful to start with. You can change these things. The habit loop can only be initiated with a trigger. Piggybacking onto the existing triggers, use your current routine to help build new habits, as I just said there. So list in 2 columns. This is something I want you to do. List everything that you do throughout a day. So like cleaning your teeth or driving to work, like things like that just kind of happen day to day regardless. In the second column, write down all the things that happen to you during the day. E.g. like your sunrise, postman delivers, post, whatever. Then just match the triggers that best fit your new habit. So the best ones are the ones that can have like you can actually react to straight away. So we've got like clean your teeth, boil the kettle, drive to work, and then everything that happens to you, the sun rises, postman delivers post. So out of them, probably the thing that's most what we class as a hot trigger is something that you, as soon as you do it, you can actually start working towards your habit. Is something like boil the kettle. So you're 90 to 100% certain you'll meditate for 10 minutes when you boil the kettle every morning for the next 7 mornings in order to better deal with the stress. So out of them, that would be the easiest point of your morning to 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 trigger this having a bit of time to meditate or do whatever it is you're aiming to achieve. Because clean your teeth, you might just be a bit all over the place. Boil the kettle, you're gonna do it. I've called it a kettle, just mixing it up a bit for you. Drive to work, you probably couldn't, but you couldn't really meditate. You're supposed to be concentrating. Sunrise changes every day. Postman delivery changes every day. So the kettle is the best thing. So you might do it that like whilst the kettle boils, you do 10 squats, and then you do 15, then you do 20. So it's building a habit. And then the benefit, the outcome of that is you get fitter, you get stronger, you get better at squats. Once you've selected a habit, I want you to write it down using the habit statement. So use a card or diary you'll see quite often. Track it, so keep a score of how many days this week you perform the habit. Ticking the calendar works well. Reflect on it, so 3 to 7 days a week. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I do well? Identify the positive behaviours that moved you closer to your goal. What did you learn? If things went wrong, can we learn from it and prevent it happening another time? Remember, so it's that win or learn thing. So your win is everything went well. You tracked, you did your habit, you've logged everything, it went to plan. If it didn't, learn from it, figure out why, and then try not to let that happen again and make sure it's a positive next time it comes around. Okay guys, so I'm hoping you'll get some ideas of some habits going forward. if you're struggling for an idea, like it is quite personal, but if you're trying to figure out like a good habit to get started on, I want you to ask it in the group, and then I want other people to comment on it. So if you put in, I'm trying to figure out what habit to work on. Such and such says, "Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this." I'll chime in. The other coach will chime in. It'll help you think of some habits to start working on. But just focus on one at a time or a couple at a time that are all quite simple. And as you get better, then you can start building on those habits and making it more of a lifestyle change of habits rather than just kind of hoping things will change. And if they don't, then just go, "Oh well, I tried." Um, Other than that, just want you to get stuck in, get started with it all, and yeah, just fire away.